Welcome to Unit 5. This is a very critical unit in which you're bringing together all of the skills that you've learned so far. You're going to be bringing together all your best photographic skills, your best skills at enhancing pictures, your best skills at taking pictures, your best skills about thinking about composition, your best skills about thinking about lighting, and you're going to show the class and me all of these skills. At the end of the unit, there is due what's called a first cut for peer review of a movie. And by a movie, I mean a slideshow of a certain number of photographs, a certain sequence of photographs, all right, that you put together in kind of a movie format. And I provide some free software for this, so it's very critical that you start early in the unit thinking about what you're going to do for your movie and also understanding the software and understanding what's required. It's kind of a technical unit as well as an artistic unit, and it requires a lot of planning. So you need to get in early and you need to get in often, and you need to go through the unit very carefully. And while I'm thinking of it, there's a quiz embedded in the middle of the unit. Item 4.4 is a quiz, portrait quiz, and you need to make sure you take that before the end of the unit, okay? So in addition to the routine number of discussions and that kind of thing, you have a quiz, and then you have this very, very important movie that you're going to turn in for peer review as the first cut, and then I'm going to review it too, offer some suggestions, and at the end of the semester, you'll turn it in for your final cut, revised for your final cut. It's worth 25% of your class grade, okay? So this is a critical project. Those of you who are not been totally engaged in the class, and don't forget, I can see this, I can look in Blackboard, I can look at the tracking report, and pretty much your PowerPoint grades kind of track your tracking report, okay? Those of you who put in most time generally got the best grades, not always, all right? If you're down around let me take a look right here. If you're down around the 10-hour, 12-hour or less mark, you're not doing very well at this point, okay? You're not really engaging the material. You know, generally there would have been 3 hours of class time for every single week. What is this? This is week 8, week 9. Boy, guess what? This is week 10. So you really should have had about 30 hours in by now. And many, of course, don't, all right? Most of you don't. I see a couple of 40s. I see a lot of high 20s, all right? So if you're down around the 10 or 12 mark, you're not keeping up. This is the unit then where you're going to make or break it. And 25% of your class grade comes from the movie, and then of course you have the discussions, and then of course you have this quiz. All right, quiz is about portrait photography, and all this is covered very, very thoroughly in the learning unit, learning module. So you need to get in there early and start working on it. So let me tell you a little bit more about the movie. Okay, it's really like a slideshow put together in movie format. I'm looking for your best photographs, and I'm looking for a topic that's fairly serious, okay? I've provided some examples. Item 6.3 provides you with some student examples. Students have done well with this project, and also some more technical details. Let me tell you first what I'm not looking for. I'm not looking for just a random collection of photographs of your cat, of your baby, of your trip to Cancun. I'm really not into that, okay? I love travel photography. I love babies, I love pets, okay? But I'm not looking for random snapshots. I'm looking for your best artistic work based on the principles that we've covered so far in this class, all right? So if you happen to have a huge collection of photos, all right, from different trips around the world, that kind of stuff, you want to put them together in some kind of meaningful fashion and have them enhanced carefully, and if they show really significant details of world travel, that's great. But I just don't want to see your trip to Daytona Beach, okay? Unless there's just some spectacular photography in it, all right? I don't want to see your sister's wedding unless you're a professional wedding photographer or nearly professional. And I've thought about this ahead of time. If you have a wedding coming up in the next 4 weeks and you want to really apply your best skills to that, fine, go ahead and do that. If you've got a baby or a toddler that's really fascinating, you want to follow that toddler around over the next 4 weeks and take some really artistic pictures, that's fine too, all right? But don't just submit a collection of snapshots that you would have put in your family album before you'd taken J210. Don't do that, all right? So I'd really prefer to say a significant topic. And by significant topics, I mean anything from a hobby to your profession to, I had one student go out and do a wonderful photo video on drunk driving, all right? They did a very significant thing. Others have done photo series on autism, photo series on working in nursing homes. You know, there's always some privacy concerns, but you can get around these by, shoot the backs of people's heads, that kind of thing, or not having their faces showing different things. I've seen dental hygiene photo series. I've seen some really good stuff. So really, I want you to do a photo series kind of like if you're taking my W233 research paper class, or if you've taken W131 from me, you know that I really, really ask you to do something significant for yourself, okay? Something that's helpful, something that's interesting to you, and that the whole rest of the class gets something out of it. So I'm counting on you not just to slap something together. Please send me your ideas if you're in doubt. All right, I've seen some great 4-H projects, some great farming projects, some great car detailing projects. So it's not like I have something specific in mind to rule out or rule in, okay? It's really the level of engagement that you're willing to put into it, all right? I'm asking you to work very hard over these next weeks of this unit, all right? And I'm asking you to pay a lot of attention to what you've learned in the class so far. So that's where we're heading with this so-called movie. It's a series of your best photographs. I'm expecting it to be narrated. Sometimes students will just put in music, you know, for the whole 7 minutes or whatever it is. It's like, oh man, don't just do that. You know, let's have something significant going on here. And also, you need to have you need to learn how to put text over the slides, or insert some slides that explain what the upcoming photographs are about. It's like a storybook. It's like you open a picture book for your kids, and it tells you a story as you move along. You know, it doesn't just leave it up to your own imagination, say what the heck's going on here. Okay, so it has to be significant, and it needs to take some time. You need to put some work into it. You need to have a goal. You should plan it out ahead. You should make a storyboard. You should make an outline. You should do a couple of sketches. You say, okay, what do I want to do here? All right. So you need to be starting thinking about it this week. You know, you need to check the dates when it's due. All right, because these units change by semester, unfortunately. Seems like it to me. As to their length. All right. So check the due dates and assignment Dropbox. All right. Communicate with me, and I'll continue communicating with you, and I'll make sure that I send you a rubric shortly to show you in detail how you're going to acquire points or lose points in it, like I did with the PowerPoint. Okay, which I noticed that not all of you paid attention to. Okay, so it's really critical that you step up to the plate now and really start paying attention. 25% of your course grade comes from this movie. I'm expecting something serious. I'm expecting something that shows me all the skills you've acquired by now, something that proves to me that you're paying attention, something that proves to me that you've learned something from the class up to this point. Okay, so I've really seen some brilliant work before. I really, really have. So the bar is pretty high on this. Please take a look at the student examples. I've said this already, item 6.3, and I think you'll be in good shape if you're getting in early, getting in often, and getting started on it right now. If you have any questions, any doubts, go ahead and get a hold of me right away. Okay, fire ideas to me, and I'll love to talk to you about it. We can meet in Skype, we can meet in Blackboard chat, or we just do it by email. But I'm more than interested in dialoguing with you about what you're thinking about. So kind of consider this like the same process of going through when you go through the process of selecting a topic for research paper. It's serious. This is not just a slap-dap hazard of putting together just a bunch of snapshots from previous strips or previous whatever and expecting to pull this off as 25% of your course grade. Okay. So, hey, go for it.